Good morning, Rhonda. Can you tell me if I have an echo or not? Testing one, two, three. Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is February 21st, 2024. Um, it's that's good. It's quiet because the furnace isn't running, but I'm glad I figured out the echo thing. So thank you for that. Today is February 21st, 2024. We will be looking at Proverbs chapter 21. This morning, as I was reading, I was talking with the Lord about a question that got asked of me on Sunday evening at our Sunday evening service. And it's something that comes up on a very regular basis where people will um, seem shocked when I will say something about complaining to the Lord. Um, and it it really comes down to the fact that we've been trained that it's disrespectful to complain. Although we don't have a problem complaining to other people about other people, we don't think that's disrespectful. But good morning, Victor. Good morning, Random. Good morning to all of you that have caught me live and those that catch me memorize or later on. So glad that you're all here. I want you to think about this for just a moment. You you don't have a problem complaining to people about other people. That you don't feel is disrespectful. But going to the Lord and complaining about anything, other people or whatever, you struggle with. And I tell people all the time, you shouldn't take your complaints, your struggles, your worries, and send them down to other people. You should be taking them up to God. If you're hurting, you should be crying out to the Lord. If you read the Psalms, I think it was Psalm 38 I read this morning in my daily reading time. The whole thing is about David just crying out to the Lord in lament about his life. There's actually an entire book in the Bible called Lament, Complaint. And and people think it's not okay to do that. And what I want to say is, and I know this answer is true both by personal experience and by everything I read in the Bible. If you're going to complain, you should be complaining to God. And I'll tell you, I take it in a vigorous way to the Lord. I take it to Him exactly how I'm feeling. So if I were going to come to you and complain about somebody and I was going to cuss and swear, and it's not saying it's okay. I'm saying if that's the attitude of my heart in the moment and I was doing that, well, then that's the way I take it to the Lord. Yes, I have to ask for forgiveness after I'm done, but that's the way I take it to Him because I have a relationship with my Father, my Lord, that allows me to interact with Him in that way. And it's so, so beautiful. Today, we're going to be reading from Proverbs chapter 21, and we're going to read verse 13. So many people don't want to complain to the Lord because, one, they think it's disrespectful, and two, when I complain to the Lord, it doesn't do any good anyway. Those are the two reasons. Good morning, Roger. Glad to have you here. Well, here's one of the reasons when you complain to the Lord, it doesn't do you any good. One, you go and you don't go with the attitude that I'm going to complain to the Lord. I am going to understand that I don't have a solution and I'm going to trust Him for it. If you don't actually trust Him for a solution to a problem, which most of the time is fixing you, not the situation, then you're not going to see the answer. The other reason is this. Proverbs 21:13. The one who shuts his ear to the cry of the poor will himself call out and not be answered. When you're not listening to the problems of others and offering the answers to those situations, being part of the solution, when you cry out, there's no solution for you. So, should you cry out to the Lord with all of your struggles? Absolutely. Should you cry out with all of your struggles to other individuals? You only take it up, never down. That means if you've got somebody that is causing you a grief, and there's somebody else that's looking to you as a mentor, you don't go to them and complain about the other person. But if you have somebody that's your mentor, you can go to them and say, this is what I'm struggling with. What should I do? So you always take things up. Now, I'll tell you the way I have trained myself to do it. Most of the time, I'm not perfect at it. I take it to God first. I wait upon Him. I take it to my sponsor or my mentor. And then he and I take it to the Lord together. But taking it downward is just gossip. Taking it up finds solutions. When somebody comes to me and they're bringing it up, I listen. I ask God for direction. And I give it when I have it. Those are the ways that I have found that work to find the answers in my life. Take your problems to the Lord. Cry them out exactly how you feel them. Recognize that if you do it in a very poor way, you will have to apologize to the Lord. When you're cussing and swearing at Him, yeah, you're going to have to apologize for it. But on the other side of it, and I don't recommend it, just telling you, but take your pain to the Lord. Share it with Him. He wants you to trust Him with it. I've had more answers to prayer when I do it that way than I've ever had by complaining down and going to God and saying, you're awesome, God. I thank you for fixing this. And then going to other people and complaining about it. It's much better when I go to God and say, God, you're God. I really don't like this situation anymore, and I don't have it. I don't want it. I am not okay with it. I also recognize that I may not understand all of it. I need a solution, and I trust you for it. Just something to think about today. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day.